Good morning. This is Eric LaChapa from the Posta Band of Mission Indians. I'm here with my EPA crew, Ron, and a new employee, Heidi Estrada. Today we're going to do the carbon cycle prepared by the La Posta EPA. What is the definition of carbon cycle? The carbon cycle is the biochemical cycle by which carbon is exchanged among the biosphere, pedosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere of the Earth. The carbon cycle has the following main steps: photosynthesis, respiration, consumption, decomposition, combustion, weathering, dissolve, and vaporize. Now I'll introduce them one by one. The first one is photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, plants absorb carbon dioxide and sunlight to create fuel, glucose, and other sugars for building plant structures. The next one is respiration. When humans and animals breathe, respiration cycles organic carbon back into carbon dioxide, CO2 gas. What is consumption? Animals feed on the plant or other organisms, thus passing the carbon compounds along the food chain. The next important step is decomposition. Decomposition is the soil. In soils is a key ecosystem function that in part determines the productivity and health of the plants. Decomposers feed on dead organic matters and break it down into CO2, water, and nutrients. Another important step that releases carbon is combustion. Forest and grass fires are a natural required part of the carbon cycle that release carbon into the atmosphere and geosphere. Humans are moving more carbon to the atmosphere when fossil fuels like coal and oil are burned. Also, fossil fuel is usually the primary source of CO2. In 2018, carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuel combustion for energy were equal to about 75% of the total US anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, and about 93% of the total US anthropogenic CO2 emissions. Also, on Earth, human activities are changing the natural greenhouse. Over the last century, the burning of fossil fuels like coal and oil has increased the concentration of atmospheric CO2. The industrial activities that modern civilization depends upon have raised atmospheric carbon dioxide level from 280 parts per million to 414 parts per million in the last 150 years. This graph shows the continued measurement has shown the concentration of carbon dioxide has been climbing and now has reached 400 ppm. Carbon dioxide is a major greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. The next one is weathering. Carbon in rocks and underground deposits is released very slowly into the atmosphere. Some rocks break off in particles along with any carbon it contains and becomes soil sediment. And the last one I'm going to talk about is dissolve vaporize, which is the largest exchange of carbon in carbon cycle is the dissolving and vaporization of carbon dioxide between the atmosphere and ocean surfaces. Thank you. That ends the presentation today. We'll have one more coming out in about a few minutes. Thank you.